So the SunWize Power Ready Express systems that are shipped with solar modules that have MC4 cables also is accompanied by a large male and female cable. It's all one length. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut this into two pieces. So what we want to do is don't cut anywhere near the ends. What you're going to do is lay it out, find the midpoint. At that point, you're going to cut the midpoint. And now you'll have two 15-foot cables, one for the positive and one for the negative. 12-volt single module system. After you've taken your MC4 cable and cut it in half, you're then going to take the two leads, which is a positive and negative, and you're going to connect it up with your module. So in this case, we're going to just find the male and the female that work together. They're going to click in, like so. And at that point, you now have your connection for a 12-volt single module Power Ready Express. What we're doing is connecting two 12-volt modules in parallel to create a 12-volt system. We're also going to be using the MC4 connection that takes you to the charge controller that we cut in half earlier. And we're also going to be using 2-to-1 plugs that we're going to actually combine the modules into to be able to connect up with the single output cables. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this 2-to-1. We're going to plug in both of the modules from the positives. And at that point, we're going to take the negatives, plug those in here. And at this point, we're then going to connect up with the output cable, here and here. So at this point, you now have a 12-volt, 2-module system. In this scenario, what we're going to do is take two 12-volt modules and connect them in series to create a 24-volt array. So here what we're going to do is we're going to take the positive and the negative, connect it up, and then we're going to take the positive from the previously cut output cable, connect that up, and we're going to also connect that up on the negative. And at this point, you now have a 24-volt array with an output cable that you're going to go to a 24-volt charge controller. What we're going to do is create a 24-volt array with two 24-volt modules, so we're going to wire these in parallel. What you're going to need is also the 2-to-1 connectors. So what we're going to do here is take the positive, connect that up here, right, and the positive from here. We're then going to take the other 2-to-1, and we're going to actually connect that up to the other negative here and negative there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the output cable that we cut in half, and we're going to use this as the connection, the output cable, for both modules, there and there. And at this point, you now have two 24-volt modules wired in parallel for a 24-volt array. In this scenario, what we're going to do is take two 24-volt modules and connect them together so that we create a 48-volt array. So we're going to wire these in series, which means we're going to take the positive and the negative. We're going to connect those together. Right? So now the modules are connected. And then what we're going to do is take the output cable that we cut in half earlier, and we're going to connect the negative here and the positive here. And now your array is complete.